Have you ever found yourself stuck in the friend zone, or worse, invisible to the women around you? Are you tired of watching other guys effortlessly charm the women you want? What's stopping you from stepping into your own power and taking control of your interactions with women? What if I told you that there are ruthless, unapologetic upgrades you can make to your approach that will completely flip the script? What if you could break free from the cycle of mediocrity and start attracting women with such force that you became unstoppable? What if the secret to winning with women wasn't about playing nice, but about being bold, unapologetically confident, and in total control of your own life? Let's get this straight. These aren't tricks or pickup lines. These are real, ruthless upgrades that demand attention, elevate your status, and put you on a level that most men will never reach. Here's how I became unstoppable with women. 1. I stopped caring about what anyone thinks. The moment I stopped worrying about other people's judgments, everything changed. I became free. I no longer worried about rejection or how my actions might be perceived. I stopped living for approval, and that made me a dangerous force. Women can sense when you're not desperate for validation. The upgrade? When I stopped caring, I became irresistible. My confidence became bulletproof, and nothing could throw me off balance. 2. I stopped seeking approval and became the standard. I used to think that winning over women meant proving myself to them, but the truth is, the moment I flipped that mindset, everything shifted. I no longer sought their approval. I became the standard. I started setting the bar for how I expected to be treated, not waiting for anyone else to raise it for me. The upgrade? I became the man women looked up to, not someone begging for attention. And trust me, women gravitate toward men who are self-assured and set their own standards. 3. I mastered the art of silence. Silence is powerful. I learned that saying less can be more effective than filling every conversation with words. I stopped talking just to fill the space. I began to make my words count, and when I didn't speak, the silence itself carried weight. Women began to feel the intensity of my presence without me saying a word. The upgrade? I became mysterious. Silence gave me power, and women started to chase me instead of the other way around. 4. I learned to walk away from what didn't serve me. This was a game changer. I stopped wasting time on women who weren't interested or weren't adding value to my life. Instead of clinging to every interaction, I learned the ruthless art of walking away when things weren't right. The moment I did this, my worth skyrocketed in their eyes. The upgrade? I became a man of value, and women knew that they had to earn my time and attention. It was a powerful shift that made me unstoppable. 5. I became the best version of myself, physically, mentally, and emotionally. I didn't just improve my looks or my game. I went all in. I committed to leveling up every aspect of my life. I hit the gym harder, read more, meditated, and made sure I was always moving toward the next stage of personal growth. The better I became as a man, the more women were drawn to me. The upgrade? Women don't just want a man who looks good. They want someone who has depth, drive, and determination. My relentless pursuit of excellence made me magnetic. 6. I became emotionally unavailable, but in the right way. Let's be real, desperation is repellent. But emotional unavailability doesn't mean being cold or detached. It means having your own life, your own priorities, and not bending over backward to accommodate someone else's whims. I became a man who wasn't emotionally dependent on anyone, including women. The upgrade? I became more desirable because I wasn't thirsty for attention. My indifference created intrigue, and women wanted to get closer to understand me. 7. I got comfortable being uncomfortable. The moment I learned to embrace discomfort was the moment I truly started to grow. I stopped running from rejection or fear of failure, and instead, I used them as fuel. I pushed myself into situations that challenged me, and this made me tougher and more resilient. The upgrade? Women are attracted to men who are unshaken by fear. When I was willing to take risks and go after what I wanted, it made me unstoppable in their eyes.